Hey sweet mamas that are totally approaching your due date or have passed your due date. My name is Jamie Lynn, and boy, do I have the video that you need to hear today. My story is that I have induced 2 pregnancies with castor oil successfully. I have taken castor oil and been holding my baby within like 12 hours, and I've done that twice. So today I'm going to tell you my success story and exactly what I did, girlfriend, so that you can get out of your misery and have your hips stop aching and your back stop hurting and the heartburn stop. Girl, I got you. Oh, and maybe you won't have to go pee every 15 minutes. You're welcome. So this is a Kalina on my back. She fell asleep. We're just gonna leave her there for now, okay? So if you guys have watched my channel before, I want you to know I am a mom of 4 sweet babies. I've had 4 children. The first 2 were born naturally and both induced with castor oil. I have one huge regret though. For my first child, my daughter Oona, she was born 10 days after her due date because for whatever reason, I was really scared to take castor oil. And then when I took it and it worked, I was kind of pissed at myself, like, why didn't I do this 2 weeks ago? My baby wouldn't have been 9 pounds. Oh my God. So I was actually like dangerously close to being way too overdue to have Oona, and Oona was born at home. She was 9 pounds. She was huge. She was so past her due date that the placenta literally came out of me in pieces. Don't be that mom. Don't go 10 days past your due date. I don't even think that in America they're letting people go past 7 days anymore, but in the instance that they do, I would highly recommend. It is actually more dangerous to go past your due date over like 6 or 7 days. Your doctor will talk to you about that. That's the other thing that I want to talk about. Please use my story, use my information as a guide. Present this plan to your doctor. Discuss it with your doctor or your midwife first. Have their blessing. They're okay. They know your medical records. I don't. Castor oil is literally from a processed smushed bean. It's not castor oil that you put in a car. This is a bean from a plant that gets broken down and processed into an oil. They turn it into an oil. It would be like drinking olive oil. It doesn't taste that great. It's oil, it's thick, it's scoopy. It has no taste and no odor, but my God, does it have a texture. Have you ever drank melted chapstick? That's what castor oil tastes like. Anyway, please talk it over with your doctor. I'm going to tell you my story, but first, if you are a pregnant and expecting mama and you like free packages in the mail, might I add, I have links in the description for a free box from Cabrita. Cabrita is a baby formula company. They also have baby snacks. I would show you a full pack of these, but I can't keep a full pack of these in my damn house because my kids are obsessed with these puffs. I keep a box in the car, I keep a box in my purse, I keep a box in the pantry, and yet I can't keep them in stock. So this is empty because you know why? Because I need more. If you get the Cabrita box though, not only will they send you free samples of their oatmeal porridge, their formula, and their snack puffs, but they'll also send you coupons to get more of them at a discounted price, which they actually do sell them at Whole Foods. So, or if you don't have a Whole Foods in your area, you may order them from the internet. So please grab a Cabrita box. If you also want more exciting cool things, including diapers, might I add, there's a link in the description to also get an Amazon box for free. The Amazon box has lots of really cool things, including coupons, diapers, wipes, onesies, swaddle blankets, nipple balm, pacifiers, bottles, girl, you name it. Go get some free stuff, hit up the links in my description, and let's get back into this video. So guys, I successfully induced 2 children with castor oil. So obviously the first time I waited too long and I was like really stressed out and it was really overdue. So I'm gonna tell you the story about when I did it the second time. This is my son, Killian. When he was born, it was the most perfect, easy, natural freaking birth that has been ever had on this planet. And thank you to castor oil. So here's my castor oil story. First of all, I prepared before the birth of Killian. His due date, off the bat, like right from the beginning, when I found out I was pregnant, I did my own estimated due date and I calculated it to be 11/11/11. I went to the doctor, I had my first appointment, I told my midwife everything, and she also calculated my due date of 11/11/11. Pretty cool. So then she sent me to another facility to get an ultrasound so that they could get an actual measurement of my baby and give me an actual due date that she would like to use instead. And what did that ultrasound technician come up with? But 11/11/11. I just knew it was like in the stars. And not only that, but what happened on 11/11/11? One of my favorite video games of all time, Skyrim, was released. I just knew Killian was gonna be born on 11/11/11. Not only that, but look at his name, Killian. Make everything uppercase, or make the upper I's uppercase, make the L's lowercase, and it has 11/11 in his name. I like knew it was meant to be, that he was going to be born on 11/11/11. So after my experience with Oona and her being overdue and the castor oil working amazing and perfect right off the bat, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take castor oil at dinner time on 11/10/11. And I'm gonna give birth to my son in the morning of 11/11/11. I had this freaking planned out when I was like 8 weeks pregnant. No shit. So before I even knew Killian was a boy and his name was gonna be Killian, I knew he was gonna be born on 11/11/11. And I'll tell you what, spoiler alert, he was born on 11/11/11. Holla! Here's my story. What I did was I prepared for Killian. I worked out kind of rigorously as we approached his due date. I exercised a lot during the pregnancy. I walked a lot. I lived in Montana. I lived on the side of a mountain. So I would hike up and down the mountain. I would push Oona in the stroller. I would carry her around. I would do squats. I strengthened myself and really prepared for his birth. Leading up to the last couple of weeks of my pregnancy, especially the last 2 weeks, I would like hike up and down, and I would literally like do jumping jacks and bounce on a birthing ball, and I did everything to prepare myself. So when I was approaching my due date, my last appointment that I got a checkup, I was actually 3 centimeters dilated already. And I told my midwife, I said, hey, is it cool if I take castor oil the night before my due date? Like, do you have anything planned? I tried to like coordinate it with her, but it was really something that I had to do because she had a lot of other women that were due and had actually gone overdue. And so, you know, obviously she's only one person. She can only deal with so many people at a time. And because there were so many women that were pregnant at the time, I wasn't able to home birth Killian. I had to go down to her birth center. And that way, if another woman did go into labor, they could also come to the birth center and she didn't have to be in 2 places at once. So the night before Killian was born, I had a castor oil pizza party. We invited a ton of people over to our house and we said, hey, our son is going to be born tomorrow. And people were like, how do you know? Like, how do you know? And I was like, I'm going to drink this castor oil and I'm going to have him tomorrow. And they were like, why doesn't everybody do this? And I was like, I don't know, which is why I'm making this video, because everybody should do this because it's amazing. It's non-invasive. It's not drugs. You're not getting drugged up. You're not going to the hospital. You're not paying $25,000 in America to get Pitocin. You're doing it with freaking a $3 bottle from Walmart. Also, side note, make sure the bottle says for consumption. This should be the bottle that they sell in the pharmacy section that says has a laxative effect or for digestive properties or safe for consumption, not something for hair, skin, and eyelashes, okay? There are 2 different kinds. I really don't believe they're actually that different. But some get the FTC trademark to be ingested, some get it to be smothered all over your skin. The end. So we had everybody over to our house. We ordered pizzas, we cooked pizzas, I don't remember. There was pizza everywhere, we had tons of pizza, and I had a bunch of like white grape juice. So what I did was I put 2 ounces, I had a 4-ounce bottle, and I put half of that bottle into my white grape juice, mixed it all up. It looked kind of nasty, it was like globby, it looked like little tiny grape pearls or something like swirling around in my juice, and I just chugged that shit. And then I just slammed like 2 pieces of pizza, and people were like at my house, they had 6 packs of beers, they were all like high-fiving me, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have this baby in the morning, yeah. And I went to sleep. And everyone, you know, like left my house, and they like went downtown, and they were like drinking, and they had a great time because it was going to be Veterans Day the next day, so nobody had school. So everybody was like over celebrating. It was a Thursday night. Everybody was like, cool, an extra night on the weekend to drink. So I went to sleep, and at about 2 a.m. I remember waking up and feeling like really uncomfortable, and I think I went to the bathroom. I came back and I actually slept like on the bottom part of my bed, like because I was like already feeling like super uncomfortable, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna go back to sleep because I got a few more hours till shit gets real. Then I woke up at about 5 a.m. and I was like, I'm in labor. So I got up and I went, and it was a full moon. It was so freaking beautiful. I went out into my living room. I sat on my birth ball, and I put on the Final Fantasy mix, or my husband at the time might have. This isn't Brandon, this is my husband before. This is Oona and Killian's dad. He put on, like, we put on like Final Fantasy music, and there was a full moon, and there were like deer coming through my yard because I lived on the side of the mountain in Montana, and they were like, you know, eating grass and stuff and like grazing through our yard, and it was like all illuminated. It was so beautiful and serene and so peaceful. And I labored on the birth ball, and yes, a lot of people ask, like, did you have diarrhea? Were you going to the bathroom a lot? Yeah, I went to the bathroom a couple of times, but the good thing is that it like really helped to kind of like clear me out, but it definitely helped. Those contractions started working right away. So I was sitting on the birth ball, and I was getting like some really intense contractions. And because this was only my second child, I wasn't really sure how to judge exactly what stage I was in, but within like a half an hour, I think I had my husband at the time call my midwife and let her know. And so she said, cool, like come in soon. So what I did was I kind of like labored through some like big contractions there at the house, and I was like breathing through those. We probably got down to the birth center at, I don't know, like 6:30 a.m. let's just say. So I got down to the birth center, she had everything set up, my midwife already had everything set up, and I went and she checked me to see how dilated I was. Girl, I was already a 10. I was already a 10, and she was like so apologetic. She's like, I'm sorry, but I need to wait for the doula to get here until you can start labor, like pushing. And I was like, oh shit, girl, that's okay, I'm not even ready for that yet. So they're like putting coffee on, and they drew me a bath, and I sat and I labored in the bath, and then the doula came. I was having some problems though with my stomach, and probably from the castor oil, so I didn't want to push in the bath because I was worried I was going to go to the bathroom in the bath. You know, just one of those results of castor oil. Plus, I couldn't get into a position where I felt was really, really comfortable to start pushing. So I ended up getting out of the bath and going onto the bed, and I probably, from the time I got onto the bed, I was holding Killian within probably 10 minutes or less. I don't remember if it was my midwife or it was probably my husband at the time. I think he looked at the clock and said, you know, it's 7:59. If you really work for this, you could have the baby at 8:11 on 11/11/11. And I was like, maybe like 9/11. Like, you know, I don't think we're gonna get that. No shit. Killian was actually born at 8:11 on 11/11/11. So it was the easiest, simplest, fastest freaking labor of anybody's life. Like, it was so insane. It was so simple, and I felt like so empowered and like incredible. I was like walking around after he was born. I was able to fully dress him and like put him in the car seat. And then we got home. I was home by noon. I was like taking pictures of him because I also like doing photography. I was taking pictures of Killian, and like I was so impressed with myself. I was just the greatest, easiest labor. So anyways, guys, that's my success story of castor oil. That's the best experience that I have with castor oil. It was the easiest, the smoothest, the fastest, and I want you guys to be able to have the same experience. Again, please ask your doctor though if that's the best plan for you. Obviously, I want you guys to be safe and healthy and have a really productive and amazing pregnancy. So please double check. It is a controversial topic, which is probably why it does so well on my YouTube channel, because there can be plenty of arguments about it. But anyway, guys, I'm so grateful that you watched my video today. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please get some free baby freebies and get some free baby boxes delivered right to your door. Get Cabrita. They're such an amazing company. I'm so grateful and I love them so much. Get yourself an Amazon box, and thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all. Happy, healthy, safe, wonderful, easy delivery. Sending those vibes your way. Sending all my love. Take care of yourself. Congrats on your new baby. Bye-bye.